is that a backpack I see? Join me and fitness coach Sheri as we do a quarantine workout at home with, yes, our backpacks. So go ahead, grab your backpack, get comfortable on the floor, and work out with us as we focus today on, yes, those abs. Stay tuned.
So we're gonna start with our warm-up, okay? All right, so you're just gonna be standing up and we're gonna bend down, touch the floor, and we're walking out into a plank. So walk all the way out, okay? Drop down all the way to the floor, and then bring your chest up for a nice stretch, back down again, and then going up into that plank again, and then walking it back. Okay? It's a little hard, it's okay. Even if you can stay on your knees, that's fine, or up on your feet. And we're gonna walk it back out again. Go down. Nice stretch. Back down. Walk it up. So as we're doing these, we're just showing the audience, one set through each exercise. But if you want to do it now with us, just pause the video and then do about 2 to 3 more sets through, and then unpause it and then move along with us to the next one. So, or if you want to just kind of watch your way through it and kind of like understand what we're doing and then replay, just pause through each one. That way you can get, because it's good to kind of like, just take that quick rest, but then get back into it and get all the other sets done and then keep moving on to the next exercise. So, yeah. Okay.
I love it.
All right, so now we're gonna go right into our first one is gonna be a reverse straight leg crunch. So you're gonna get on your back. Okay. Lay on your back and put your hands under your butt. Okay, and your legs are staying straight. You're gonna raise them up and then lift your hip in the air and back down. And then straight up, lift, back down. Straight up, lift, back down, straight up, back down, and up, down, up, down. 2 more. Up, down, 1 more. And down. Whew. Okay.
Good in shape.
That's okay. They say it takes 3 to 4 weeks of a daily activity to create that habit. So yeah, it's always rough in the beginning, but eventually it gets a little better with time. So
I know I need the accountability, so this is good for me. Yeah.
All right, so our next one is going to be an alternating knee chest crunch. So again, in the same position. Okay. You're going to be on your back, and your arms are going to be rotating above your head and then down, okay? So we're going to start with our hands up, feet straight out, and you're going to bring one knee up to your chest, and your arms are coming down to touch under that knee. Yep, so crunch that belly in, and then drop everything down. Other knee. Bring everything in, crunch, and then back down. Left knee, or the other knee, and then back down. The next one, hold, back down. Other knee, you can hold, back down. Other knee, 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 hold. We'll do 2 more. Back down. Other knee, hold, back down. And other knee, hold, and back down. All right. I'm going to do each knee, I would say, you probably do 8 to 15 times or 16, since you're doing alternating knees. But when you do these, what's really nice is when you contract your abs, the best thing to do is to You know, when you just take your time, work your way through it and hold it and then release it. You don't want to try to use momentum. You know, if you're really trying to work on your core, just take nice, easy, slow moves through the reps, hold it nice and tight, and then release it. And just take your time going through it. I wouldn't feel like you have to rush through it and use momentum, you know, to get through it. So next, our last two exercises, you can keep it easy if you're in the beginning stages and you're just learning, and or if you're, you know, intermediate and you want to take a backpack, and you can put some books in it or water bottles, whatever just kind of gives you a little extra weight to work with. And you can control how much you put in there for how heavy or light you want it. But it's just a way to kind of step it up a little bit more, you know, with the exercise. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit back.
And also just to add to that, this could be good for, you know, if you're at home and you don't have your weights, you can use the backpack, you know.
Okay.
So like I put water bottles in mine, or like Sheri said, put books in yours, and it's a way for you to, you know, get some extra weight in it, or you can not use it at all. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about it right now is with a lot of gyms closed, not everybody was prepared for that and actually have their own equipment at home. You know, so yeah, if you don't, then there's always ways you can kind of find something heavy or something to, you know, pick up and add a little extra weight to it if you don't want to do just body weight exercises. So, all right, so what we're going to do with this one is, if you don't have a backpack or don't want to use a backpack, all you want to do then is just sit on your butt. You can have your heels up or down if you want them down to help with your balance. And all we're doing is we're rotating and taking your shoulders and your hands, you're touching the floor, side to side, side to side. Or grab your backpack, all right? And heels up or down, depending on your balance. And you're gonna go rotate it from side to side, side to side. Do 10 on each side, side to side. And just be deliberate with each one. You don't have to move through it too fast. Breathe. Drop your heels if you need to, it's okay. You know, if you're struggling to keep your balance. The idea really is to just work your core. And eventually, as you get more balance, you can take your heels up, side to side, or you can lean back a little bit more, make it a little harder. Oh boy, rotate. Yeah. So the further back you go, the more you're going to engage your abs. Those obliques, side to side. All right. That's that one.
In the core. So.
Yeah, that's your core here and your obliques on the side. So that'll get you nicely on that angle too. All right, so we're gonna use the bag again if you want, or any kind of weight. Even if you have weights, if you have like a slam ball or a kettlebell, I mean, use anything you want that you have at home. So, and then this one is gonna be alternating the bag over our head to a straight leg raise, okay? So first of all, if you don't want to use the bag, all right, your hands are going to go over your head, and you're going to touch your toe and down. Touch the other toe and then down. The idea is to bring your shoulders off the ground, touch and down, touch and down. And then if you want to make it a little harder, grab your bag, and your bag is going to go back, and you're going to touch and down. Touch and down. Keep your arms straight. Reach up and down, up, down, down. Just squeeze your abs with each one. And just be very deliberate. Do one more on each side. 1, 2. How was that? So fun. The abs are the hardest for me. I don't know why. I'm just so used to everything else that for some reason just working your abs is it's not easy. You know? Yeah. So
Feel energized, like, you know, and it makes you feel good about yourself to, you know, because I know, like I said, for most women, I know for me, that's definitely a problem area of mine is I always joke and say my gut and my butt. Those are
Yeah.
areas. And
I
so,
know. Especially like after you've had babies, you know, like it just, yeah, things just change, you know, as you get older, after you have kids, it becomes harder, your metabolism slows down. Yeah, it's not easy, but just consistency.
yeah, consistency. And like and like what we're doing, we're just finding ways that we can, you know, work at home to do these workouts. I think it's so important because I know it's easy to kind of be like, all right, well, I'm home. So just, you know.
It's, yeah, it's easy to get comfortable in your home and not want to work. Yeah, yeah.
Talking about abs, like you um, just share with me a little bit about what your thoughts are towards women and us working on getting our abs in shape. Because I know it's easier said than done. I feel like it's more so working on your full body, but there are some ways I'm sure that we can focus a little bit more on our abs.
Yes, definitely. Well, first of all, I mean, I know diet is super important. Um, you know, I know sugars are not good, but sugars can hide in a lot of things, especially fruit, even some vegetables. So, and it's just, and I was just, you know, we were saying earlier, it's just, you go to the grocery store, food has become a convenience. Everything is so nicely packaged and tastes so great. And yeah, you got to be careful of that, you know, because our bodies were designed, unfortunately, to store fat. You know, that's our, you know, that's just our natural default. It really is to hold fat, not burn fat. So it makes it a little bit harder, especially when, you know, we just have all these amenities at the grocery stores. I mean, you walk through the grocery stores and I would say 80% of the store is just in a package, you know, and you have to take the time to kind of educate yourself, you know, on proper eating. And honestly, for me, what's worked really well is just having a diet that's high in protein, a lean protein, and try to keep your carbs, your sugars at a very small, moderate. I actually try to just keep my carbs more to like sweet potatoes or brown rice. I mean, there's so many awesome ways you can, you know, make up different meals, you know, using those ingredients. Bread, you know, in moderation, you know, but I try to be careful of like the carbs and the sugars, really. And everybody's different. Everybody holds on to fat in different places, you know, but I know for a lot of women, we just hold it in our gut because that's just, you know, what our bodies do, especially because we're meant to, you know, have babies, you know. So when your body just wants to hold the fat. And then when you have your baby, it's like, well, hello, we're done being a factory here. So you can start losing the fat, you know, and it just doesn't happen that way, unfortunately. So the diet is most important. But exercise and just make it fun. Do variations of things. It's not really this, and this is the key to lose it. You know, and don't sit for too long. Get up, move, do something, be active. You know, either you're just going to go vacuum or go do your laundry or, hey, you know what, just go up and down your steps a couple of times. You know, every little thing adds up. You know, get out, ride your bike, even go for a walk. You know, I would say that the things that's worked really well for me is more weight training and not as much cardio. But it is good to get your heart rate up and in a fat burning, you know, stage. So, but yeah, it's hard because it's not a one size fits all. I know I always say that, but it really is not a one size fits all. Everybody, you know, everybody's bodies are different. We store fat in different places. You know, our metabolism. Some people are just born with a high metabolism. Some people have a slower metabolism, you know.
I used to have a high metabolism, but as I've aged, I know it's slowed down because I used to be able to eat whatever I wanted. And now it's like, oh, what's that? You know?
Yeah.
Things truly, over time, they really change. You know, my metabolism slow down. So I have to actually deliberately exercise to get my metabolism up again to burn fat, you know.
You have to be a lot more deliberate with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's not a bad it's not a bad thing. You know,
Yeah.
I always try to think about, like, you know, we look at the external part of it, you know, as far as like where we hold fat, how we look in our clothes, how we look in our bathing suit, like our outward appearance. But when you start to look at exercise as like what it's really doing internally, it is so healthy for your body internally. Like, you know, your heart is a muscle. You get out there and run or ride your bike or even just walking or lifting weights. You're exercising that muscle and you're making it stronger. You know, there's so many good benefits to exercising. That's not just this external appearance that, you know, we as women strive to have. But when you think about trying to have a good relationship with exercise and a good relationship with your food, that it's really to benefit you internally as well as externally, you know. So I think that's important for us as far as the mentality of what we're doing has to be a very healthy mentality about it. It's not about what can't I have or what can I not do. It's, hey, I get to do this or I get to have that, you know, and just getting creative and having fun with it. You know, you don't want it to be a chore. You want it to be exciting and fun.
I agree. And I want to actually I just had this thought come to me. I want to encourage everybody today to go out and find yourself an accountability partner. Because I feel like right now in this time, that is going to be key, because we cannot, I know for me, I can just think I want to exercise and work out, but I need to find somebody like I have Sheri now, somebody that I'm working with, you know, every week. Or I used to walk with my mom. That's my accountability partner. So find somebody today that you can be accountable to. So therefore you will get up, get active, and exercise. Because we need, especially in this stressful time. I know when I exercise, it helps my tension in my shoulders. We need to get fit, get moving, and stay, you know, sharp that way.
Yeah. It would be even fun if you had somebody who had similar goals or somebody else who has a goal and you have a goal, and you kind of both bounce off of each other of like, hey, how's it going towards your goal, you know, or how's it going with what you're, you know, you're trying to achieve. Or if you, instead of just someone like, you know, it's good to have someone to check in with you and say like, hey, did you do your run today, or did you do your walk today, or but if somebody else is also on the same, you know, path as you and wants to kind of reach a certain goal, or, you know what, I want to drop a pant size, or I want, you know, something, if they want to work towards that, it's awesome to see if you can find an accountable partner who has a similar path to you, and you guys can work off of each other, encourage, hey, did you get that? Or, you know, because it's, I think
ahead of you, I think too. I mean, I've heard that more than once recently. You know, find somebody that's like a little bit ahead of where you want to be, because that's who's going to inspire you. So
absolutely, yeah.
Fun. Yeah, I'm so excited. So I want you to, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, I want you to keep on watching. Sheri has another video that she did where we worked in the backyard on some exercises. So you can go back and follow up and watch that one as well. We'll be here every week with more exercises you can do at home during this time of quarantine. So thank you so much, Sheri, for coming on the show again today. Is there anything else you want to add, or?
With that,
I think I have a hard time hearing. I was just saying if there's anything else you wanted to add before we go.
No. Let me think. You know what? I would just say, yeah, just, you know what, trying to make, you know, like, and I'm gonna probably say this a lot because I'm such a goal person. Not everybody is, but if you try to look, like, if you want a certain something, or you want to kind of achieve something, you gotta look at it on a daily basis. Another thing too is journaling your way through it. You know, just journal it, write down, you know, okay, what do I want to accomplish today? Or even journaling your food, you know, what you're eating. I think you might, you know, make better choices if you have to write it down. You actually see what you're eating. Yeah, I know everyone's kind of like cooped up inside, or at least gets to go outside, but we're not as active. And now that we're entering summer, there's still limitations, you know. Just, there's so many things you can do with exercise. And I would just say, you know, just stay tuned with us, you know, because there's so many creative, you know, avenues of fitness. It's not just going to the gym and lifting weights or putting on your running shoes and going out running. I mean, it's endless what our bodies are capable of doing. And I think it's important for everyone to kind of tap into something that they find enjoyable, or just, you know, achieve daily goals, you know. So
if there's anything you guys want Sheri to do, just write it in the comments below, and we'll bring our workout to you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Sheri.
Thank you.